problem. So this man borrows it. He's, yo, welcome to the Brookhaven Chaos Story Marathon, where school trauma meets trauma. If you've ever in class, project, heard a date, you're in the right place. Grab your snacks, spam chat, and vibe. The chaos starts in a few seconds. Don't touch that tab. We're going back to Brookhaven. Let's jump right in. The pencil that ruined my life, and why I'll never trust group projects again. Bro, let me tell you the story of the pencil. Not a pencil, the pencil. The legendary mechanical pencil that destroyed my social reputation in 5th grade. Like, this wasn't a regular pencil. This was the Excalibur of school supplies. Metallic blue, fresh grip, 0.7 lead, elite status only. And then, one fateful day, I made the biggest mistake of my life. I let Ethan borrow it for one math problem. So this man borrows it, right? I'm thinking he's gonna give it back after class like a normal person. Wrong. Suddenly he's acting brand new, clicking my pencil like it's a fidget toy, showing it off to people like, yeah, check out my new pencil. Bro, I was 1 second away from filing a lawsuit in the name of French. Soul left my body when he said, which pencil? After I asked for it back. Unreal. Like, sir, the one you stole from my destiny. And then the betrayal spread. People start whispering, did you hear? Ethan's got that fancy pencil. My best friend, my ride or die, asked if he could use it next. I was like, bro, that's not even his to lend out. It was like watching your pet get adopted by someone else in real time. By lunch, half the class had touched it. I was living through a group project of emotional damage. Okay, but like, I tried to play it cool. I told myself, it's fine, it's just a pencil. But no, every time I saw that blue shine, my blood pressure rose. Every click of the lead felt like a personal attack. Every time he erased something, I could feel the disrespect. I started bringing backup pencils like a divorced parent trying to fill the void. One day, I snapped. Operation Pencil Retrieval was go. I'm talking Mission Impossible music playing in my head, Roblox stealth walk enabled. During recess, I sneak to his desk, spot the pencil sticking out of his binder. Oh, it was gleaming. My heart reached for it. Young said I was checking his math homework in art class. Word spreads instantly. Suddenly, everyone's like, you tried to pencil. Bro, I was framed. My teacher that don't belong to us. I was this close to showing her the original Staples receipt like it was evidence in court. I became the school villain overnight. People were literally whispering, that's the pencil thief. After that, I changed. I started carrying cheap wooden pencils like a monk who's sworn off luxury. No more mechanical pencils. No more sharing. I'd guard my school supplies like sacred relics. Someone would ask, hey, can I borrow a pen? And I'd be like, you can borrow my trust issues. How about that? But looking back, maybe that pencil wasn't cursed. Maybe it just exposed the truth, that school supply loyalty doesn't exist. That borrowing in elementary school meant I now own this. Maybe the pencil was never about graphite and plastic. Maybe it was about betrayal, growth, and the harsh reality of the classroom economy. Yeah, I definitely overthought this. And then, get this, Ethan moves away. And guess what I find in the Lost and Found a week later? My pencil. Scratched, worn, still legendary. I pick it up like it's a sword returning to its rightful owner. I swear I heard music playing. I wrote my name on it again just to make it official. I even forgave him in my heart. But then, 2 days later, it disappears. Again. To this day, I think the pencil had free will. So yeah, that's how a mechanical pencil ruined my reputation, my trust, and my GPA. Every time I walk into a Staples now, I feel PTSD in the stationery aisle. But hey, if you're watching this while doing homework, guard your pencils, bro. You never know which one's gonna change your life. Anyway, like and subscribe before someone steals my mic. I'm out. Alright, up next story, the water bottle incident. Grab your emotional support water bottle. It's about to get awkward. The water bottle incident. Bro, have you ever had that one school moment that lives rent-free in your brain forever? Like, no matter how old you get, you'll still randomly remember it and just cringe into another dimension. Yeah, that's the great water bottle incident of 2014. I swear this was the day I realized embarrassment has physical weight. You could measure it in liters. Literally. I was in 5th grade, feeling like the main character with my brand new water bottle. You know the kind? The fancy metal one with the pop top and the fake hydration goals sticker my mom put on it so I'd actually drink water. Tragic. It's 10:27 a.m. Math class. The vibes are silent, deadly, and dry. Everyone's pretending to pay attention while secretly counting down to lunch. My teacher's talking about fractions and my brain's buffering. I decide, out of pure survival instinct, to take a sip of water. Should be easy, right? Wrong. Because apparently my water bottle was one shake away from becoming an indoor tsunami. I twist the lid and pfft, Pressure explosion. Water launches into the air like a soda geyser at a science fair. It splashes across my desk, my notes, my Chromebook, and my soul. I froze as I just triggered a national emergency. And then it hit the floor. That slow motion moment when the water starts spreading across the tile like a horror movie monster. Everyone turns their heads in perfect sync like a nature documentary. Observe the idiot who just flooded the classroom. And there's always that one kid who needs to narrate the obvious. Hey yo, he spilled his drink! Like, thanks, Sherlock, I didn't notice the Atlantic Ocean forming under my desk. The teacher sighs in that disappointed mom tone. It's okay, just get some paper towels. But you know she's mentally erasing me from the grade book. So I start the slow, painful walk to the back of the room. Have you ever noticed how a simple trip to get paper towels becomes the walk of shame when you're embarrassed? Like every step echoes louder. The squeaky shoes, the sound of your own regret. I swear I could hear the Mission Impossible theme playing in my head. And of course, the paper towel dispenser doesn't cooperate. You pull it once and it rips off too short. You pull it again, it gives you 2 inches of despair. I'm just standing there, half soaked, trying to pull enough paper to dry a small lake. Someone whispers, "He peed his desk," and I feel my entire soul leave my body. I get back to my desk like a firefighter returning to the scene, padding, pretending like I know what I'm doing, but bro, it's spreading faster. It's like trying to dry spaghetti with a napkin. My notebook is ruined, my pencil's floating, and my Chromebook screen's flickering like it's writing its last will and testament. And then, the final humiliation. The noise. That wet, sloppy sound the paper towels make when you press them down. Every squish is like a personal insult. The class is dead silent, and all you can hear is squish, squish, squish. I swear time slowed down. I started questioning my life choices. Why me? Why now? Why hydration? When I finally got it cleaned up, I sat there pretending everything was normal. But deep down, I knew I'd never be the same. My friends were trying not to laugh, but every time they looked at my desk, they'd make fake splash noises. I became the water guy. Every day after that, someone would accidentally kick their bottle near me like, "Yo, careful, don't flood the school again." The teacher put me on a no water bottle watch for a week. Like, ma'am, it was an accident, not a war crime. Every time I brought a drink, I had to keep it in the hallway like I was on probation. But here's the thing. After a while, it became like this inside joke. People started owning their embarrassing moments, and suddenly, mine didn't feel that bad. We all had our moments. Someone tripped over a backpack. Someone's lunch exploded in their bag. One time, my friend sneezed mid-sentence and literally launched his pencil across the room. We called it the pencil missile incident. Suddenly, my water flood wasn't so legendary anymore. It became part of the classroom lore. Honestly, kind of iconic. I accidentally created a shared trauma event. So yeah, moral of the story? Embarrassment fades, but the memes last forever. And if you ever think you've ruined your life because of one dumb moment, just remember, somewhere out there, a kid is still called the spaghetti spill guy. And he's probably fine now. In Roblox Brookhaven terms, life's just one long role play. You mess up, reset, and keep going. Maybe spill less water next time, though. Anyway, I'm gonna go hydrate. Carefully. Alright, up next story, the group project betrayal. Grab your emotional support water bottle, it's about to get awkward. The group project betrayal. Tell me why group projects are just social experiments disguised as learning. Every teacher likes, working together builds teamwork. No, it builds rage issues. I've seen calm, normal people turn into unpaid project managers overnight. The moment the teacher says, you can pick your groups, I start sweating. That's not freedom. That's survival mode. I remember the exact day it all went down. Science fair season. The air smelled like glue sticks and stress. I got grouped with my best friend Mia, the quiet genius kid named Aaron, and of course, the human disaster himself, Kyle. Mia's already planning our entire PowerPoint in her notes app. Aaron's building a volcano in his mind. Kyle's like, yo, what if we just wing it? Sir, we're talking about chemistry explosions, not karaoke. I knew we were doomed. Week 1, amazing. We're motivated. We're making slides, cutting cardboard, and doing research. I'm thinking maybe this will be the one project that doesn't break my spirit. Spoiler, it broke my soul. Because by week 2, everyone mysteriously developed selective participation disorder. Mia got sick. Aaron's printer stopped working. And Kyle? He's thinking about concepts. Bro, what concepts? We're 2 days from the deadline. I messaged the group chat. No reply. I check again. Kyle's online playing Roblox Brookhaven. I joined his server just to catch him lacking. I literally walk my avatar up to his and type, "Where's the presentation slides, Kyle?" He drives away in a Brookhaven limo. Like bro really fled the scene in-game. That's when I knew I was doing this entire thing solo. I opened Google Slides like it was my war journal. I pull an all-nighter fueled by caffeine and pure vengeance. My slides are glowing with anger. Transitions? Cinematic. Graphs? Over-engineered. I even added background music to the credits like it's a Marvel movie. By 3 a.m., I'm narrating out loud like a documentary host. And thus, humanity discovered teamwork is a lie. Meanwhile, Kyle sends a message at 7 a.m. Yo, what time do we present again? Sir, it's literally in 20 minutes. We're standing up there, projector humming like judgment itself. I start strong, explaining the data, dropping big words I barely understand. Aaron's nodding like a proud parent. Mia adds the cool facts. Then Kyle steps up for his part and reads directly from the slide. As you can see, photosynthesis is like plants, but different. I almost ascended. The teacher's face said, I know exactly who did the work. And yet, we all got the same A-. I felt betrayal on a spiritual level. After class, everyone's like, we did great. We? Bro, I carried this project like a full-time employee with no benefits. But of course I smile and tired point, this time about injustice. The next day, Kyle's telling people he basically ran the project. I almost threw a glue stick at him. My villain's complete. So yeah, group projects taught me more about human psychology than any textbook ever could. There's always the planner, the ghost, the overachiever, and the one who shows up with vibes and a half-charged Chromebook. Moral of the story? Never trust a group chat with no emojis. And if someone says, we'll split the slides evenly, just know you're about to enter solo survival mode. Anyway, next time a teacher says, partner up, I'm partnering with Google Docs and trauma. All right, up next, story. The teacher says, I'll wait. Grab your emotional support water bottle. It's about to get awkward. I'll wait. Bro, there is no sound on earth scarier than a teacher saying, I'll wait. Like, lightning? Fine. Horror movies? Whatever. But that sentence? That's spiritual warfare. One moment the class is vibing, passing notes, whisper laughing. Then boom. I'll wait. Silence. Immediate anxiety. It's like the Wi-Fi of joy got unplugged. It's 8:42 a.m., social studies class. The projector's humming, half the room's still asleep. Someone's doodling anime eyes on their worksheet. Someone else is eating Takis like they're auditioning for an ASMR video. And then, because the universe hates peace, Kyle starts whisper rapping the Minecraft parody of a song from 2012. The teacher pauses mid-sentence, turns, stares. You can feel the doom building. She sets the marker down slowly, clack. That's the sound of fear entering your bloodstream. Then she crosses her arms and says it. I'll wait. Instantly, everyone forgets how to exist. The kid next to me closes his Chromebook like it's a bomb defusal. I'm staring dead ahead like maybe if I don't move, I'll disappear. And she doesn't even say anything else. She just stands there, motionless, breathing, watching. I start overthinking everything. Do I look too guilty? Should I blink slower? If I blink too much, will she think I was talking? Why does my throat suddenly feel like it's gonna cough? What if I cough during the silence? Will I get detention for breathing wrong? Meanwhile, the clock's ticking so loud it sounds like a countdown to my social execution. The tension's so thick you could butter toast with it. Then you always get that one kid who can't handle silence and laughs. Just snorts. Everyone whips their heads like, bro, you've doomed us all. The teacher raises an eyebrow, writes their name on the board, and the room collectively gasps like she just wrote it in the book of eternal detention. Someone whispers, rip, bro. And now I'm fighting for my life not to laugh too. Tears forming, cheeks shaking, pure emotional gym workout. Finally, after 30 years of silence compressed into 45 seconds, she says, if you'd rather talk than learn, we can do this all day. Ma'am, respectfully, we can't. Lunch is at 12:05. Please, I beg. She starts pacing slowly, the way villains pace before monologuing. I come in every morning to help you succeed, and this is how you repay me? Suddenly, I'm questioning my morals, my ancestry, my life choices. I didn't even talk, but somehow I feel responsible for the fall of Rome. And of course, she picks random people to make eye contact. Evan, were you talking? No, ma'am. Then why are you smiling? Because, ma'am, my face doesn't know how to behave under pressure. I swear half the class becomes statues, frozen mid-breath. Even the class hamster's like, I'm not moving. It's survival of the quietest. Then, out of nowhere, she just sighs, picks up the marker again, and continues like nothing happened. The collective exhale that follows could power a wind turbine. Everyone pretends to take notes, but inside we're all processing trauma. And the craziest part? 5 minutes later, someone starts whispering again. Bro, did we not just experience a near-death silence event? Humans never learn. I swear if Roblox Brookhaven had a teacher NPC coded to say, I'll wait, the entire server would freeze. Players would just stop moving, stand there in silence, and question life choices. That phrase carries ancient energy. It's been passed down through generations of teachers since the dawn of chalkboards. So yeah, the next time your class gets loud and your teacher hits you with the I'll wait combo, just remember, you are witnessing raw psychological warfare. Stay still. Don't breathe too loud. Don't make eye contact. And when it's over, cherish that sweet sound of the lesson resuming. Because nothing unites a classroom faster than mutual fear. Alright, up next, story. The class presentation nightmare. Grab your emotional support water bottle. It's about to get awkward. The class presentation nightmare. Okay, but why a class any horror movie ever made? Like, I could literally survive an alien invasion, but the second I have to stand up and say, Hi everyone, today I'll be presenting, my soul just disconnects from my body. It's like, I'm not even human anymore. I'm a shaky PowerPoint machine powered by pure anxiety. It's 10 a.m. on a random Tuesday, and the teacher announces, Presentations start today. Instant chaos. Half the class gasps, the other half pretends to look chill while secretly texting their friends like, We present when? I'm sitting there trying to calculate my odds of faking a stomachache without looking suspicious. But then, boom, my name's on the list first. Like, ma'am, can we ease into humiliation, please? So I pull out my flash drive like it's a sacred relic. The PowerPoint's ready, kinda. I spent 6 hours on it, but also 0 seconds rehearsing. Classic combo. You know that moment before you present where your hands start sweating, your heart's beating Morse code, and your brain's like, what if you just forget how to speak English? Yeah, that's me. I stand up, trip on my backpack strap, and already I've lost half the class's respect. I plug in the flash. Nothing. The projector flashes blue, then black, then the Windows error screen. I'm standing there like a lost NPC while the teacher tries to fix it. She's pressing random buttons like she's defusing a bomb. The entire class is watching in silence. The clock ticks louder. I'm sweating so hard my paper's starting to curl. The teacher says, It worked fine this morning, which is teacher code for, we're doomed. Finally it loads, but the slides are all out of order. I just started freestyling. Slide 3 is now slide 1. Slide 7 somehow has a meme I forgot to delete. I'm out here presenting chaos with confidence. As you can see, I say, pointing at a random pie chart that makes no sense, this represents the data. Everyone nods like I just said something deep. The teacher's expression is neutral, aka pure disappointment. My thing like I'm auditioning for a sad musical. I'm holding the paper to steady myself, but it's shaking so bad it looks like I'm fanning invisible flames. Every time I look up, I make accidental eye contact with someone in the back, and my brain just blue screens. I say, 48 times. My friend's trying to give me a supportive thumbs up, but I can't even look without forgetting my place. Then I hit the worst part. The end. That silence after you say your last line, but before anyone reacts.